Hello, I hope you're well and welcome to another weekly live in the Facebook community. Lovely to have you join me for this live. Let me know when you join, either whether you're joining live or whether you're joining the replay. Let me know. Say hi if you're watching live, hashtag replay if you watch the replay. I'd love to know what you're up to today and when you're watching this. And we've got a lot of new members to the group. So for those of you that are new here, my name is zoejean. I'm an anxiety coach and an NLP practitioner, helping women to heal their anxiety from all over the world using a process I created called the Rewrite Your Anxiety method. So this method helps you master your mindset, build a deep connection with your body, regulate your nervous system, and build sustainable habits. When let's face it, right? Like if you're not getting rid of your anxiety, it's because you're missing a key component, one of these key components or more. You haven't mastered your mindset. You're kind of just using the conscious mind to try and think your way out of problems that doesn't work when you need that subconscious mind reprogramming to reprogram the way your brain is currently programmed and conditioned from childhood. Because if it's programmed and conditioned for fear, for anxiety, for self-doubt, for limiting beliefs like being ugly, dumb, worthless, whatever it is, that's going to keep controlling your life unless you rewire those programs. So that's really important. Body connection is really important, right? Because if you want to be able to reduce your anxiety and stress before it becomes a panic or before it becomes really, really bad and you get burnt out and are really overwhelmed, then you need to have that deep connection with your body. So you can pick up on the signs and signals when stress and anxiety, etc., is in its early stages. So you're able to regulate your emotions, process your emotions and regulate them. Body connection is also important because it helps you get into the present moment and it helps you find what's right for you. And if you know what's right for you and you do what's right for you, then that's going to be sustainable long term. Where if you're doing something that's not right for you, you're probably not going to maintain it, right? So it needs to be something that's right for you. And hey, let's face it, we all love connection with others. One way to ensure you're deeper connected to other people is to firstly be able to deep connect with yourself. And then there's also nervous system regulation, right? Because how we do one, then there's also nervous system regulation because we want to regulate your nervous system and then widen your window of tolerance. Because the wider your window of tolerance is, the more everyday life stresses and things going wrong you can handle without it making you spiral out of control. Because the longer you're in stress and anxiety, the smaller your window of tolerance gets and the less you can handle. So we want to get you regulated and then widen that. So, stress and anxiety situations can come up, challenges can come up, but you're not going to spiral out of control because you have that wider window of tolerance. And then lastly is habits, right? Everything we do is based off our current habits. So it's about recognizing what all of your habits are, which ones are serving you, which ones are not serving you, and how you can get the same benefits in a new habit that's better for you than the negative habit that's still serving you in a way. Like, for example, overeating was a negative habit, but it was serving me by giving me happiness and joy I wasn't getting elsewhere. So it's about creating a new habit that can still give me that happiness and joy, but it's better off for me. So it's a little bit about the Rewrite Your Anxiety method and everything that's needed to heal your anxiety. Because if you want long-term sustainable results, then the only way to do it is to follow that full process. Because otherwise, if you just work with the conscious mind and talk about your problems, you're never going to get long-term sustainable results. It's going to be constantly up and down. If you just work with your body, your subconscious mind is still going to be running the show, and your ego is still going to jump in and make you feel unsafe, make you feel not good enough, and just it's going to be a constant spiral. So you need to do the whole process. And today's live is actually something I talk to my clients about a lot, and something that I also used to struggle with myself, and that is celebrating ourselves, right? Like, let me know in the comments, is celebrating yourself something you struggle with? Because if it is, that's totally fine. I used to struggle with it a lot myself. I used to really struggle to be able to celebrate myself. And I think it was because I just never thought anything. I had that belief, right, that I wasn't good enough. So basically everything I did, I just didn't feel like it was good enough. It just felt like it wasn't to a good enough standard, and I couldn't celebrate myself because I didn't deserve to celebrate myself. It probably wasn't going to last. It wasn't safe to celebrate. I'm going to ruin it, or I still haven't got everything that I wanted or achieved everything, or I've still done XYZ wrong. So I don't deserve to celebrate myself. And that was just a regular cycle of all these beliefs and negative programs and conditioning telling me I don't have a right to celebrate myself. Let me know if that resonates with you. Hi Susie, thanks for watching. And what you also got to know is like we're conditioned, like our conditioning, a lot of our conditioning comes from when we were a child. We were conditioned by our parents, we were conditioned by school teachers, the TV, people around us. And especially, you know, as a kid, you know, our parents will tell us a lot of things and we'll take that on as, you know, that we don't have a right to celebrate ourselves, right? Like sometimes we're told off for showing off, we're told off for sharing our emotions. Like if a kid's angry or has a tantrum, it's told to go sit in like the naughty corner. Like we're told to pretty much suppress our feelings, that it's not okay to feel them. You know, we're told, you know, not to show off. And therefore we create these beliefs of, oh, it's not okay to share my feelings. It's not okay to celebrate myself. And obviously that's not true, but that our parents are doing the best they could of what they knew at the time. But what we don't realize is, yeah, this is conditioning us. But, you know, we as a society now have the opportunity to turn this around. You know, start again to show kids, to show future generations it's okay, and to learn ourselves. It's okay to process your emotions. It's okay to celebrate yourself. It's okay to show off if you're proud of yourself. As long as, you know, you're not putting everyone else down, you're still allowed to celebrate yourself and show off. And, you know, when it comes to celebrating yourself, you might also think that I don't have a right to celebrate myself, or there is nothing to celebrate, because maybe you're thinking in order to celebrate yourself that it has to be something, you know, really big, like you have to, I don't know, get a brand new car, or get a house, or get a new job that you've always wanted. Like a lot of us think it has to be something really big, but it doesn't have to be. It can be even the slightest thing, right? Say you have a habit of, you know, getting up in the morning, rushing, and rushing out the door to go to work or go and do whatever you need to do. You know, a celebration could be, instead of rushing, actually getting up that 5-10 minutes earlier and taking a little bit of time for you. It's something small, but that's still something new that you're doing, something that's going to benefit you, and you can celebrate yourself for that. So it's just about starting small. And just about recognizing literally everything that you're doing now that is better off for you and differently to what you used to do, because they're all celebrations as well. Like I'd always get my clients to write like a list of all their celebrations and to continually go back over them, feel into them and add to them. And it's what I personally do myself, because the more things that you write down to celebrate and that you feel into, the more your subconscious mind is going to start focusing on that, and then it's going to find more things to celebrate. It's going to find more situations where things go right and where you do really well and where you feel good. So it's going to create more things going right. It's going to create more things to celebrate because you're actually focusing on it, rather than if you're focusing on the negatives and focusing on you don't deserve to be celebrated or nothing's going right for you, then that's what you're going to attract. So yeah, just take the time now to reflect on what is something you can celebrate. It can be something that happened really long ago. It could be something that happened today or yesterday. Like just reflect on one thing you can celebrate. Celebrate big or small. And you know, if you're really struggling to do so, you can even ask other people. Because sometimes, you know, we're our own worst critics, really. A lot of the time that we don't even notice the good things we do or the achievements we make. But sometimes those around us, like our family or friends, notice. So if you're struggling, even just ask them, you know, what have you noticed that I've done really well at lately, or I've achieved, or what do you admire me, or something like that. And just see if there's some stuff that you can gather from that to put on your celebration list, and just start there. And you can even start, like, obviously it's really good to actually feel into your celebrations, but I know that can be hard when you're starting off. So even if you just say, you know, everything that's on your celebration list, even if you just say each of those things that's on there once daily, and that will also get your subconscious mind to start, you know, remembering and focusing on things that you have previously done that's worth celebrating. And then it will also help you find more things to celebrate and help more things go right. And whether you feel comfortable celebrating or not can also be dictated by the type of people that you have around you. Like, do you have people around you that celebrate themselves, or do you have people around you that kind of always negative, putting you down, putting themselves down, and just kind of living in that victim mentality? Because who you surround yourself with can make a total difference as well in your ability to be able to celebrate yourself and to be able to celebrate other people. And if the people around you do celebrate themselves, how can you see if they're able to celebrate themselves, and you're able to celebrate yourself too? And maybe even get, like, if you notice those around you celebrating themselves, maybe join in with them as they celebrate themselves. And then you'll be more likely to also bring more things to celebrate in your own life when you're focusing on celebrating someone else, because that also increases your energy and your vibration and can help attract good things into your life because you're focusing on good things. And then they can be more likely to celebrate you as well and support you. Because let's face it, we're all so much stronger together. So even if, you're feeling really down and you're struggling to celebrate yourself or see any good, if you notice someone else doing good, just celebrate them. Cherish them, say you're proud of them, and see what you can do to support them. And you might be surprised just the difference that makes. And I'd love for you to let me know how all of that goes. So, just take the time to focus on what exactly you can celebrate in your life, whether big or small. Just focus on anything you can celebrate yourself. And I'd love, if you feel game enough, to just write a list of all your celebrations. And just start saying them to yourself daily. And after doing that for a while, you can work into feeling into them. Because when it comes to, healing our anxiety, healing trauma, it's in our body and our mind. And in our body, it's like a feeling into it. Because everything's stored in our body. So actually, if you just kind of say your celebrations, that's kind of like the mind part, but the body part's feeling into it. So just start with saying them, and then in the future, if you can have a go at feeling into them, or if you want some support, I can support you to feel into them. But just, start focusing on anything you can celebrate, big or small. Write a celebration list and see if you can actually start to say them daily. And focus on if other people around you are celebrating themselves or not. And if they're not, maybe who you can start surrounding yourself with that actually will celebrate themselves and celebrate you. And if other people are celebrating themselves, see how maybe you can join in on that. And also just let me know if you've ever sort of celebrated yourself in the past and how you found it. Because I definitely know it's challenging. It definitely was for me. I feel like most people are the opposite. Like, they can feel happiness before they can feel like inner peace and stuff like that. But I was the opposite. On my healing journey, I could feel peaceful before I could feel happy. So even when I started with my business coach, I had a lot of inner peace by that time, but I still really struggled with happiness and celebrating myself. Learning how to celebrate myself really made an impact and helped create so much more happiness, right? Because our happiness needs to come from within. And one way to help us have that within is through celebrating ourselves for everything that we've, been able to do and achieve, and just who we are as a person and everything like that. So it makes a world of difference. So thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions or want some support on any of this, comment celebrate below. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.